Again, welcome to my YouTube channel. As I understand, is the least maximum exploitation of the channel usefulness. However, I would like also to humbly ask you to take a small portion of your time as I ask you to listen to me from the very beginning of my discussion today to the last part of my discussion. However, like I said, I used to target more the macro and small enterprises. But however, the medium size and the larger one can also buy the idea that I'm passing via this channel. Now, today I want to discuss about the record keeping. As you move around on your left side or your right side, back or in front of you, you may see various enterprises. You may see the shop, you may see the workshop, or you may see the factory somewhere. These are the creatures. The business are creatures. Whatever you are doing, you have to remind yourself that business in itself, it is a creature because it is completely created. And the nature of the creature, whether it's biological or the man-made creature, it has to have the to remember. It has to keep the record, as to make the reference for the future references. Now, however, it is very important when the newborn are coming on planet Earth. Those hospital attendants, the nurses and doctors, will take effort to note down the information that regard to the weight of the newborn, but also the level of breath of the newborn, but also will do various examination to document the reality and the health of the newborn. Of course, the record will proceed to the level of the primary school, or the nursery school, to the secondary school, to the university. Of course, everywhere and each and everything that we are doing are recorded. If you buy the airtime in your phone, you remember it is recorded as well. So the record is everywhere. So for the biological creature, human being and others, do records. Of course, someone is telling me that we are not forgetting. Because we record, our brain, the record is a store that record various records for us not to do a mistake of what we are doing. So the business in itself, the creature, that has to maintain its record for it to remember, not to do a mistakes during the time of decision making. So therefore, most of the people are misusing the issue of record, taking the record to be the only the financial ones. But let's talk on the issue that pertains to the record in itself. The records, there is a lot of records that we need to keep into our business. The general ones, you have the contract, you have the information that regard to the employee, you have the agreement, you have the accreditations, you have the prices, you have the photographs, you have the visitor's book, you have the agreement and the contract of the share, you have the family members being in contract with the firm itself. You have different record. You have the contract that pertains to the buying process, but also there is a lot of record that are found into the businesses. So the record in itself, in the business perspective, does not rely on the financial recording, but it went further to other parts of the records. The legal agreement should be taken as a record in itself. So as whatever that we do are written into our brains not to do a mistakes, also those record, those things that is done by the business, a legal creature should be recorded. That the business should not do a mistakes during the time of decision making. I remember someone telling me that the animal, for instance, the animal, the beast, will not actually forget the place where they hide their calves. Even the bees will not actually forget the area they hide their chicks. Now, someone is telling me that even the larger animals, one of the big five, the elephant, will actually remember the way that they used to walk in almost for 50 years back. Those are recording. The record is everywhere. The very important development in the record was done by the very famous person. It was in the 15th century. This is Johannes Gutenberg in Germany, where he developed the way of doing a duplicate by taking the lighting the weights by lighting the weights and keeping it, and to make sure that he keep the record. And other things, some of the invention of some has also come up with the invention of typewriter to make sure that we keep record in the right direction. Now, the record is everywhere into our life. The record is everywhere, is in every aspect of our lives. Now, moving from the general record that are supposed to be into our business. Of course, before I jump from that area, let me say that whatever you do into the business need to be recorded. For instance, if you pay an employee, can be a casual laborer, you have to make sure that he or she light somewhere. Because if you don't light, this can have a problem in the near future to you, because he can raise the query, he can raise a problem that I'm not even paid by my roles. So it's better whatever money each money that goes out should be properly recorded, of course, with the sign part of it. Now, let us now move to the financing or financial record in a business. Of course, each one that is done in the business should be recorded. And the record to be valid enough should indicate the date of that particular event. Don't forget that. The date, the time, but also should include the nature of the transaction, the nature of the action that has been done, the amount also of the nature of that particular action, and the total part of it. So when you record into your business, of course, I'm addressing the macro and small business that are very even difficult to have an consistency record. You have to make sure that each day, of course, you record the date of that particular event, but also you go to the nature of the activity or the nature of the action. But yes, you move forward to see the sizes or the amount of that action, what are the amount in terms of value of that particular action that you are recording, and actually that will give the total part of your record. That means you have a date here, date. Of course, then you move. You have the nature of that particular record that you are recording, you are writing. Then from there you have the size in terms of kg. Will it measured by the liter, or will it measured by the length? Now from there you move at each liter, what are the amount that by each unit of that particular product or material or medicine or stuff that you are buying. Then you multiply to get the total. So any transaction, any record has to have the date, the time when that particular action were done, which was that, the amount how does it cost, and the general total. If you get that process, your ways of recording will be smoothly enough to refer to. Of course, I am talking about the marriage that exists among or between the pen and the book, the pen and the paper. Of course, to those who are using the computer, I'm talking about the marriage between the keyboards host within a window or the software within your computer. Make sure that you do the record, because the record actually used to remove the dispute that may arise. I used to see most of the people, of course, I used to see most of the people, like I said, taking a various record when, of course, some of the readers, the community leader, visited them, taking the record to show of how the things or how the things is, or what was the event and what was the issue. Some are carrying the files and the record to make sure that the decision maker will not get the problem in making the decision, that the decision will be done according to the record that is there. So the business in itself from the early beginning becomes the need. It's called the need of having its own record. However, the record that you record in your business, regardless it is into its infancy stage, it will enable the future managers as it grows up, the future managers to make the record. Of course, the researcher may also be visiting you, making some conclusion to the record that you have. But also that may create some, most of people in the world are visiting different parts because there is some recording things that are recorded that are kept. So you have to keep the transaction and the record that you have. Probably in the near future, after 100 years to come, some people will need to go and to visit that particular record that you have. And by doing that, probably your company may earn some money of becoming the press where the people will be going to search for some information that are hidden. So keep the record are very important, not only now but to the future ahead of us and to the future generation to come. Keep the record to your business are most important, as it assists in not making the mistake in the time of decision. Thank you very much for your undivided concern. I urge you to make a subscription to my channel, as I promise to air another valuable insight to the growth of your businesses. May God bless you as you proceed to keep, as you continue to keep the record into your business.